like fire. So start melting, ladies, because the boy is hotter than hot. He's hot, hot, hot.
Welcome or welcome back. We're changing things up a little bit today. The intro is going to lead to a question later. Stay tuned. Anyway, we're skipping a lot of the winter. We're skipping actually all of the winter. We're just moving into summer. There's not a lot of serious action. There's some highlights I may come back to. I may not. For right now, what we're going to do is we're going to start with summer and continue on through that. We're going to try to keep our upcoming videos more green, less winter. So right now, we're just having a little bit of a problem getting this roundabout where we want it. I could move it out. I could pull it out with Move It, but don't really matter. It'll be fine. It'll all be fine. Okay, so now that we've got the introduction out of the way, here's what we're going to do. We're going to focus mostly on the core of the city, I think, for this episode. We're going to try to throw in some road work that'll help the city move properly, but we're going to do a lot of this in as close to real time as I can. I think that the slow edits seem to be resonating with you folks. I hope it is. I haven't heard any feedback yet about that, but if you have any questions or any ideas, please leave me feedback. We'll go from there. For right now, let's just dig in. Let's start in Bedford Blade. We're going to have to build up the road network here. Last time we were working on the train station, we added that. This time, we're going to add support for that train station, or as much as we can, starting with the road network. We're going to have to elevate some of this. It'll work fine. It'll be a little kinky, but it'll be fine. That should work. They like it. Okay, so we're going to have to set up some connections before we go ham. Trying to connect most of the outside lines and internal lines into this primary train station here at the center. This is going to be our core. This is what we'll be working on later on. All of our connections lead into the city in various locations. We're going to try to connect them all. It'll take some time. So in order to fill in this area, we're going to have to provide some streets. I like using the alleys here. We'll provide some off-street parking shortly.
This just in from traffic.
Zone it up. We'll add some mixed use down by the train station. I think that'll provide the most access. That should get us started. Add some more connections. That's good access. Let's keep our line coloration scheme going. These areas are just not doing what I need them to do. Not enough customers. More connections? I don't know if there's a solution. Let me know in comments if you have ideas. We need to cut down the amount of commercial that we have. We'll address that later on. Don't you worry. Right now, let's get as much connectivity as we can. I don't mind taking out a few buildings. It'll be fine. Good. Some parking. We're going to need a lot more parks and recreation. Let's work on that for a minute. To find the best spot.
A 1, a 2, a 3.
No. Make it 4. Should make it all turn green. We don't need 100%, but we do need to help it out. There's a good centralized park, and we'll build into that area later. Sure if I like the placement, but I'm not in love with it, but it'll work. It'll attract some tourism. something to drive some real tourism in. Let's get a couple of these. We'll free place them and then place the roads afterwards. It'll give us a much more organic look. Yeah, it's a little weird, but I like it. If you remember, this is the spot we were questioning why we didn't loop this around. I don't know. It'll give it some life either way. Yeah, it'll be a little weird to do this, but I kind of like the idea of it. We'll see how it turns out, but I like the idea of adding parking without having to add parking lots. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to need a lot larger road to support this area. Let's do that. That'll also help when we connect it to the other side as well. We'll only bring it to there. And of course, since I'm hooked on roundabouts this time, that'll work. That'll work great. Fill this with some residential. Some classy houses to keep that property value up. And a very little amount of commercial, just so we have some commercial access here. And housing as well, so it should work fine. We shouldn't be stressing the system too much. Now, my thought process is to place 5 residential blocks to every 1 commercial or office block. It's a pretty loose ratio, but I'm trying to zone it up with as much residential influence as possible. Here's a park. Yeah, that'll do. Good access. We need to look at some of these trees. The color offset drives me nuts. So let's get some trees in to help match. That should blend it in a little bit. You'll notice I'm going to use Anarchy for this area. It's very seldom that I do this, but we want to override as many of the original trees and add as tight as we can. Anarchy's the key, but you don't want to do it near roads because that'll throw the whole thing into a mess. I'm having a sinking feeling. This was not planned. I did this twice. I'm not sure why it's doing this, but it did it. I think it had something to do with the map, but move it to the rescue. It'll work great. It'll fix this up just fine. Well, first thing we have to do is bring the elevation of the terrain up so we don't have this problem again. And then we'll remove the existing roads. Oh, yeah, it breaks everything, but it's fine. It's fine. Now let's bring these roads back in. Get this weird little curb and in front of our asset, and then a little jig will be fine. That'll be great. Here is we're gonna rebuild this parking lot first and then relocate it using the relocation tool, not move it. That should keep it from glitching out. And flatten it out to remove the marks. And move this back just a little bit. Ramp this so that the buildings will sit a lot more flat.
We're live now, and we're going to report some traffic accident somewhere in the city.
Road maintenance services have already been dispatched and traffic flow should return to normal. But if you're planning a quick trip out, you might want to wait a little while until everything clears up.
If you're in it, you already know about it. No use reminding you. Meanwhile, expect delays and drive safe. And on to our main feature story. The commercial district is booming as the area is attracting more high-end cities.
Keep our 5-to-1 ratio going. So let's do some offices, which probably won't fill for quite some time, but yeah. Oh, I'm pausing to resolve that. Yeah. It looks like everything's connected. So we'll wait for the unpause, and then we'll see how it plays out. Yep, that was good. Now we can delete this. We don't need extra sewage because we have our water treatment plant. That'll work great for now. Ships are going in and out with ease, which was kind of the plan. Got a few little glitches, but nothing phenomenal, nothing earth-shattering. You just have to nuke it and let it grow back. This terrain is a bit of a glitchy area, so we've got to expect some of that. Now, we're really gonna have to replace this. We need to modify the zoning. Removing the commercial and replacing it with residential will help keep our 5-to-1 ratio. Also allow our unemployment to not become a super issue. You know, I thought about placing this bus station here, which would have been fine, but I'm thinking that the traffic will just be a nightmare. We've bus stops here already, so let's just move on. More residential. Since these residences are so close to the highway, let's install some sound barriers. sound barriers first, and then we'll add some trees in here, which will also help. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, take note of the fact that I'm not using Anarchy here because I don't want to endlessly move trees around. Okay, let's clear out a little spot for the power lines. That'll help it look a little bit more natural. I don't know if I necessarily have to go all the way into the core of the city, but we'll do it anyway. We're going to have some clustering here, but we're going to rezone this entire area, just like we did with the other one, increasing the density of residential and losing the aspects of that commercial density that we're having issues with. Okay, we're going to add a lot more offices in the core here to keep our ratio up. And let's add some industrial jobs as well, as long as we're thinking about it. Look at those people. There are a lot of Sims here. Those stations are definitely working well. Oh, those bus stops, I mean. And let's watch it grow. Excellent. That'll really improve our skyline. Okay, now we need to add some more connections. I'm thinking I probably should have changed this route at the harbor here, but we did it anyway, and that'll help feed this area. Change our color. We're going to reduce the ticket price and make them electric. Originally zoned for commercial, we're going to have to change that. We're going to change it to offices, high-rise offices, biggest ones we can get, and still leave just a bit of commercial.
And if you believe in yourself, you can believe in anything. Thanks, everybody. We'll be right back. Industry in the region is on the rise, and when business is doing well, that floats our boat.
There's no sinking this boat, Glenda. And on to our main feature.
Don't Don't forget some parking. Need some parking. Just a little bit. A little bit here, a little bit there. It adds up. I don't know if it was the greatest idea to place parking on parking roads, but I never claimed to be smart. We're going to add an incinerator because I think we're getting pretty close. Close enough. And connect it. We're going to cross over the highway here as well. Okay, now we need to zone it in. And add some facilities to it. A few expansions should work fine. We just need to get some road access first. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Let's add some. Let's add a small medical clinic in here. That should help support the industry. Doesn't look like these are filling in. Let's remove them. Okay, so we're not really adding more customers. What we're doing is we're reducing the commercial footprint. So there's less need. All right, so here's what we're gonna do next time. This is a little glimpse from next time. We're gonna still continue to focus on the center of the city, and the core will be the expansion fuel that we need to drive the city's population up to 200,000, which doesn't give us much time to play, but we'll see next time. Thanks for joining. That's all I've got. I'll leave you the question. Trinity out.